Newspaper, 1000% IQ. What am I eating? He's eating the souls of children. It's chicken and a lot of vegetables. No rice because I'm staying away from whatever the shit that is called again. I'm trying to be healthy. Lots of vegetables, lots of chicken. I always forget the thing in rice and potatoes and white bread that you're supposed to stay away from. I always forget the English name for it. I have 30,000 scraps. Matti is eating the leftover pieces of his limpet victims. Already have it. Yeah. You know, did you know that in both in World War One, actually I don't know much about World War One, but in World War Two, cannibalism was actually quite common. Maybe they should add that as part of the attrition for Battlefield 5. You know, you want to stay alive long enough, you have to start eating your dead teammates. Did you know that? Did you know, by the way, these are also facts. Did you know that during the World War II, I have to fresh up on these memories, by the way. There's so many interesting things. I learned this a long time ago. During World War II, the German Air Force lost more Messerschmitts, you know, the planes, the Messerschmitts. They lost more Messerschmitts to pilots crashing it just after takeoff than they lost in the war, in actual combat. Because they were so hard to fly. So getting up and actually getting up in the air with the Messerschmitt was really hard. So the newbies, the noobs, you know, us, they just they crashed right after takeoff. Imagine how much. Imagine if they could, you know, if there was a way of training pilots without them actually having to take off. Can you put the Battlepack happening on YouTube? Yeah, I can. Yeah. I will usually. It's gonna be a long one though, especially since I'm eating. It's going all slow. That one looks cool actually. Oh, grappling hook. Do I have that? I think I have it. But they say that also, you know, the Spitfire is such a legendary plane, but when experts compare the Spitfire with the Messerschmitt is completely superior. I think the Messerschmitt was just more powerful, but the problem, like the problem that the Germans had facing, you know, except for all the pilots dying when they at takeoff, was that in order for the Germans to fight the British Air Force, they had to fly all the way over the English Canal, and then they could dogfight there for like maybe 10 minutes, and then they had to fly back home again, because that's about as much fuel as they had. The English, they were flying at home. They were in combat right after takeoff, basically, so they could stay up in the air much longer. And of course also because all the fights were taking place over England. If an English pilot was shot down and he survived, which, you know, happened, he could just get on a train or somebody could drive him back to the airport and he can get back up in the air again. There's actually stories about that. A pilot being shot down and then he gets back to the airport and he gets back up in the air to fight the same day as he was shot down. Well, a German gets shot down, you know, he gets killed or captured. It's, yeah. It was a long time ago that, yeah, I was watching a documentary about these things. Such a long time ago. Now that we're gonna play a World War II game, you know, the ones of us who are gonna actually play it, I think I'm gonna yet again watch Band of Brothers. It's a good series for World War II from an American point of view. You know, you see a lot of the places, a lot of the locations and all that stuff, and it's just interesting. Yeah, it's good. It's good gaming time. Really good. Hellriegel. What can you expect from Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks? Yeah. Oh, was Tom Hanks also part of making Band of Brothers? I know Steven Spielberg made it or wrote it or whatever. It's really interesting to see the interviews of the actual veterans. A lot of actors made a big break there. Oh, yeah. So gaming time. The question here, I hope this is not a spoiler or anything. Do you think in real life, do you think Captain Spears, or at that time he was a lieutenant in the beginning, do you think it's true that he gave the Germans cigarettes and then just killed them? You know, the prisoners? You think it's true? Is it a true story or is it a false story? Like in the beginning, I was like, yeah, he did it. I was like, then after a while, it's like, maybe it's just made up. Wild Bill, William. Oh yeah. So he just died. Yeah. Nature. Yeah. To me, it's just a guess, you know. I think it was false, but he did kill Germans who surrendered and an American captain during D-Day. You think he killed an American captain during D-Day? Where's that information? Is that from Band of Brothers, Pepino? Was that in? I'm glad to hear that, CS Gamer. All right, have a good one. Where did you hear that, Pepino? If you didn't hear it from this, if you didn't hear it from the actual series, which I haven't seen in a while, so I may have forgotten, but. So how do you know that? And does it say why? One of the most impact. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe if there was this one. Yeah, in Bastogne. Yeah, that's right. In Bastogne there was this one captain they had. No, was he a captain? Yeah, I think he was a captain. Dykes or whatever that nobody liked. He was like kind of like he wasn't really, how do I say? Yeah, it's in the story. He wasn't really leading. He was supposed to be a leader, as a captain, but he wasn't leading. He was just not experienced or anything. And he died in that fight. And I was thinking to myself, because I was talking to my brother about it, and I was thinking to myself, it was probably friendly fire. It was probably one of the American soldiers who killed their own officer because he was incompetent. They killed him because of his incompetence. But that's just speculations. Yeah, because Dykes was a coward, and he was also not really a soldier. He was educated to just move up or something, just to get away from. He was just there to get some experience so that he can move up with some merits. I was talking to my brother about that Dykes situation, and I think he was killed. My brother thinks so too. We think that he was killed by Americans because he was incompetent and a coward. So, I mean, imagine yourself, imagine you're a soldier in that situation, and then all of a sudden there's this captain who just comes along and who gets your friends killed, like the veterans, the really important soldiers in that war. Imagine you being in that situation. You have a gun, Well, I guess no one of us can actually imagine that, to be honest, but You know, I believe he was killed by a friendly. I believe so. I believe he was just shot. They just shot him. Maybe it was Captain Spears. Yeah, but can you... Hey, Pepino, can you tweet it? You can... Actually, you can link it for the others, but if you can tweet it for me also, hang on. The fuck doesn't... Oh, the click permit doesn't work. What the fuck? I have to... Oh, I think there's a login issue with this shit. Oh, you couldn't... What? Streamlabs is an annoying program. Yeah, I can't permit you because of... I think I'm logged out by the chatbot. Alright, that's too bad. Maybe you can link... Is there a... CS Gamer just left. Oh, that's too bad. Thanks, Gaming Time. Yeah, I'm really interested in watching some more World War II documentaries now. There are plenty of them on YouTube. Plenty. Wonder if they're actually allowed to be there, to be honest. If there are illegal uploads that YouTube just haven't been able to ban or something. I'll take a look at it, Gaming Time. Thanks. One of the last episodes where they have to gather points in order to go home is also insane. Some of them lose their minds. I don't understand that. I don't understand. Like that guy that was such a good shot, that sniper guy. He didn't have any points whatsoever for some weird reason. He's been there from the he'd been there since D-Day, and he didn't have enough points to go home. How does that make any sense? With all the shit he has been doing. What's his name again? The sniper. The moment I hear the name, I will remember. The guy that was such a good shot. And then there was a lottery where where one guy who won the lottery was allowed to go home, and then they put only his name there. Oh, I don't remember now. And what's his name? You know it, Gaming Time. I'm sure you know his name. Fuck. Shifty. Yeah. He's also interviewed in the video. He's one of the survivors. Shifty powers, yeah. He died in 2019. Yeah. All right. Is Winter still alive? Blackjack. I'll check it later, Gaming Time. Pepino. I'll take a look at it. Oh, he died in 2011. All right. Is anyone still alive? It's been such a long time since I watched that. Such an insanely good show. The Pacific as well is from a whole other perspective and actually a different kind of war during the same time. Okay, so that was the last one who was alive, okay. Alright, may they rest in peace. So Blizzard, Blizzard, is it like you say it's called Pacific? Is it about the war between America and Japan, or? Oh, the last one who lived was Malarkey. Yeah, okay. Yes, Saga. Thank you. Well, you said I have 44 unopened battle packs, and now it says I have no unopened battle packs. What? Can anyone explain this? Give her 95 for Battlefield 5. Lou is gone for Battlefield 5. Okay, so Lou is also gonna be there. What? Is it just me? Oh. Now I can open it. Okay. You already own this. The Hunter. Is that the one I'm using? Skin for Heavy Bomber. That's the Russian. I'll add it in inventory. That was the Russian flag. 10-part means here in the same style as Band of Brothers. Their fight starts at Guadalcanal, but it's also in Iowa, Jima, and Okinawa. Where is Guadalcanal? Where's that? So it's called The Pacific. Is that the name of the TV series? The Pacific? Oh, okay. Started thinking about Lieutenant Spears again. Wasn't there something else for he shot an officer for being drunk? Have a good one, Fox. The Man Stopper. Didn't have that one. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the officer we were talking about. Okay. I thought it was that he killed a superior, because if I remember correctly, that officer that was shot because he was drunk, that's in the store, that's in the series. He was an officer beneath Captain Spears, right? Was it on D-Day? Ah, okay. I'm not sure it's the same guy, is it? How could they be drunk on D-Day? How could they find liquor on D-Day? Are you sure it's the same guy? Because at that time, Spears was not a captain. He was a... Was he even a lieutenant at that time? It's I don't remember the... I don't remember the details. There was enough laying around in the German bunkers. Ah, yeah. Yeah, of course, when they killed and drove the Germans away on D-Day, they could have looted some stuff. Yeah, that's right. Oh, if you read... Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, yeah. I will. It's just, yeah. I can't read right now. I think Captain Spears is what we could call a badass. That one looks ugly. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to a drink after that, I think. But I mean, it's a different story between taking a drink and getting drunk. You know, I had a couple of beers and some whiskey this weekend, but I didn't get drunk. And it's also a matter of, like, if you get drunk, then it's also a matter of how you behave, I guess. I'm very curious about reading that story now. Wonder how much it takes to trigger Captain Spears to kill you in that situation. Oh, Private Ryan, yeah. Yeah, it's sometimes a little confusing. Private Ryan was more in Russia, right? Think. Oh, there's another interesting World War movie, I think it's called, about a sniper in Stalingrad who just happened to survive for a long time and who became a really good sniper. I think it's called Stalingrad. I think that's the name of the movie. Yeah, it's like, from a strategical point, that kind of a landing, I mean, not particularly cost effective, if you know what I mean. Adrenaline, though, makes the worst go away. I don't know, man. Oh, no, gaming time. I'm talking about the separate movie. Enemy at the Gates. Ah, is that the name of the movie I'm thinking about? You know, that rings a bell. When they are, but he's basically a sniper crawling around in the rubble that is left of Stalingrad. Is enemy at the gates is... Oh, wait. Is enemy at the gates, is that about the Russian sniper? When there's a German who comes from like... He's like a sniper instructor that comes to kill him specifically. Or is that movie called Stalingrad? I think maybe it's called Enemy at the Gates, now that I think about it. There are stories, but most of the soldiers were drugged before going on the boat. Oh, really? Judge Law as a risky sniper, alright. Hello, Ali. Alawi. They have a shootout at the end, 2 snipers, yeah, okay. And you see him do that trick where he puts the helmet on his hat. Oh, his helmet on the... he's sticking up his helmet like that to try to bait a shot. It's enemy at the gates. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. There's another good World War II movie. Dirtbox Finger, how's it going, man? Oh yeah, Ed. Yeah. It's a new, that's a very well-known actor, actually. Yeah, it's probably him. Yeah. Yeah. So for the ones of you who are new, I'm not playing the game at the moment. I was just talking about some World War II related topics like Band of Brothers, Stalingrad, some movies and TV series that are related to World War II, since, you know, Battlefield 5 is coming soon. And I'm having a Battlepack opening. And we're just chilling. We're just chilling. And I have 35,000 scraps or something. And hiccups. That one is so ugly, that skin. Squad boost. That's a really good movie. I wish I remember the name of that that documentary I saw about when they compared the Messerschmitt with a Spitfire. I want to see that again. I have no idea what it was called. You probably Google just that, you know, or search on YouTube. Documentary Spitfire versus Messerschmitt. Probably all you need to... You probably get something interesting. Der Untergang, yeah. It's the interesting thing about the Der Untergang is that it's from that movie that famous scene where Hitler sits in the bunker over the map and he's surrounded by his by his officers or whatever, and he's so angry, and then people always make fun of that and with a funny translation about something else. It's such a meme. Oh, this shit again. I have these, why? Why is it doing this? Why can't I open my unopened battle packs? So weird. Done messed up, how's it going, man? 999! There was one when he reacts to the Battlefield 1 trailer. There was one when he reacts about the Battlefield 5 trailer. Hitler reacts to the Battlefield 5 trailer was also... Yeah. I've seen so many of those. Yeah, the internet has some good trolls, yeah. The internet surely does. What is this stupidity? Why can't I... New weekly medals await. You know what? We'll have to continue this some other day. I'm beat. Social eating, yeah, man. I'm so tired now. It's been 6 hours of streaming and I need to edit some stuff for tomorrow's upload on YouTube. Schindler's List. Oh yeah, I honestly haven't seen that one. I'm probably the only person in the world who hasn't seen Schindler's List. I guess I should. Just because. Alright guys, have a good one. See you gaming time. Good night everyone, it's been a 6-hour stream. I hope I'll see you all tomorrow. And yeah, sleep well. Take good care.